Hello everybody, this is St. Charles. It's Saturday the 26th of April 2025. Going to start with SBTX, and this is the one we gave last week as a blue box reversal zone down here at 20 pence down to 18.5, and indeed the bulls did step in. We've broken that prior high at 26.4, and for me that's activated that what was a red box and now I've put as blue, and I think we're going to be heading up to 30.9 up to 34.5, and I've got a much bigger target on a weekly chart that I'm not going to run through that today. I'll probably cover that off on another time, or I might have already covered it off in the last podcast, so worth having a look. But SBTX, absolutely brilliant call. Next one I'm going to do is Cora, and this one here is interesting. This one is it was in a blue box reversal zone, and it's had an absolutely tremendous run down from 1.4 pence, and we're all the way up to 8 pence. And for me, that doesn't look like it's over. And I'm just going to flip to the weekly chart. I'm not going to concentrate on the daily. I think this is fairly clear. This is a wave 1, and this is our 2. I think this is our 3, which might not be finished yet, and we might see some more upside, probably tagging sort of 10-11 pence area, and then we might get a little bit more downside, and then a 5th wave move to the upside. And what I've got there is a red box zone at 18.7 to 23.4, which, you know, with gold price going higher, and I believe there's a lot of news due over the next few weeks or months, whatever it is, we could see trading up to sort of that red box zone and possibly even higher. So Cora Gold, worth doing some research, see what's all about. Vast is my next one, and just get that one up. And this one is a chart request. I'm going to flip back to the daily, and I've got a blue box target there. It's a bit of a difficult one to try and give a target on this one at the moment, but you know, we could see the bulls step back in and head up to 0.8 pence. What I don't like is that big wick off candle from Friday. You know, it sort of went up to 0.65 and we had a big sell off. So you know, hopefully that the company have found the diamonds. There's going to be a lot of good news. Hopefully it's not a capital raise, but you know, it's been in a long-term decline from it's long while back. But we, you know, if there's diamonds there and it started to run a good news, you know, we could say that's our wave 1. If we tag the top of that box, or, you know, stay where we are, we'll get a wave 2, and then hopefully we should get another wave to the upside, which would be, you know, sort of heading towards 1.5, 2 pence, something like that. So you know, Vast, worth keeping an eye on, see what's going on there. But you know, fingers crossed we can get some good news. There we go. Next one is Firering, FRG. And this one, for me, it's had some good news out during the week. It hasn't responded as such. I think we've got a hangover from the recent placing. But for me, this is pretty clear. And I think that this is our wave 1 here from this long-term reversal zone, this blue box here. We've had our wave 1. We've had a corrective move here down to this reversal zone down here to 3.54 down to 2.87. And I'm expecting another wave higher, at least into this red box zone here at 6.48. All the way up to 8.64, and we could potentially go a lot higher than that. So you know, it's worth doing some research, seeing what is going on. But you know, if they can drop the right news, we could see trading outside of that box, and then hopefully we could get another sort of probably get a corrective wave, and then hopefully another wave up to the upside. So Firering, worth doing some research, seeing what's going on there. Next one is PLSR, and this one here, I'm going to go to the UK listing. That's another great call of ours, isn't it? That we gave that blue box reversal zone at 25.6 down to 23.4, pretty much tagged the bottom of that, and then the bulls stepped in, and we've had a reversal to the upside. But you know, it looks better on the weekly, doesn't it? I've got a red box target zone there at 35.4 up to 38.2, but I'm not going to concentrate on that. I'm going to flip over to the Canadian listing, and I think this is much more giving us much more trading data, and you know, if they can drop the right news here, I think that this is if I just get that up, I think that's our wave 1. That was our corrective move 2, and then hopefully if they can drop the right news, it should have a 3rd wave at least, one suspects, up to 1.97 to 2.38 pence. So that is a potential, well, 4 bags, isn't it? So PLSR, worth doing some research, seeing what's going on there. RBW is my next one, Rainbow Rare Earths, another great call of ours, still on a daily, that's good. It did fall outside of that blue box reversal zone just quite a bit, didn't it? But for me, hopefully if we can break this prior high here at 13 pence, we should be heading up to 15 to 16.2 short term. I've got bigger targets on the weekly, but I'm not going to go through that today. But fingers crossed, just break that 13 pence and I think we're game on. So rare earths, the really hot topic at the moment, so fingers crossed bulls can keep control and head higher. GEO is my next one. And this one here, I think that we've had that sort of wave higher, and there's that huge gap, which I think is a bit false, really, because that's from previous trading. It's nothing to do with GEO. If you have a look at my previous podcasts on GBP, worth looking at those because they'll be the real targets. But if I'm just concentrating on what the information is here, I've got to, if we can break this prior higher at sort of 0.16 pence, should bring us into this red box zone here at 0.1785 up to 0.1945. But as I say, for those new to it, don't understand what's been going on, there is that gap to fill to 1.3 pence. Goodness me. There we go. That's GEO. ZPHR is my next one, and this one here is that was another great call. We gave that blue box reversal down here at 2.57 down to whatever it was, and we've seen trading up to my blue box zone, so that's a win-win-win, up to 4.38 up to 4.78, and I just flipped to the weekly on this one as well, and if I get that up, it's quite interesting really, because for me, I think here, it's really small for those watching on mobile devices, but that's a wave 1. This is our 2, and hopefully we're going to get a wave 3, which would give me the top red box there at 10.2 up to 12.45. But if we can break a hold above 5.76, I think that gives us this red box zone here at 6.78 to 7.98. But it could be part of the bigger move up to that big red box zone there. So worth doing some research, see what's going on, see what sort of news is due on that one. Next one I'm going to do is E-Star, EST. And this one again is another great call of ours, isn't it? We gave that blue box reversal zone down here at 0.86 pence, and indeed the bulls did step in. For me, that doesn't look like it's over. I think we've got some more upside, and then hopefully we'll get just get rid of that and draw it properly. So I think that this is our sort of a wave 1, probably get a bit of a corrective move, and then hopefully head higher again. So E-Star, worth doing some research to see what's going on there. Just smaller market cap, so higher risk, but worth having a look. Next one I'm going to do is Pol X, and just get that one up. And this one here, for me, it's in a blue box reversal zone down here at 1p down to 0.842. But we should expect at least a sort of a 3-wave bounce to the upside, so 1, 2, 3, probably taking 1.5 pence. But there's that gap to fill up here, isn't there? At 3 pence or 3.1, something like that. So worth doing some research on that one as well. See what's been going on. Fingers crossed that drop the right news and go and fill that gap. There we go. The next one I'm going to do is ECO, and I think this is another great call of ours, isn't it? Oh yeah, look at that. So again, this is in the blue box reversal zone. It was right at the bottom of the box, which we mentioned, and it's been fighting to get out of the top of the box there at 8.72, but I think if we can break and hold above that box, then it should be game on for the bulls to take control. And I've got a long-term red box target there at 15.6 to 17.9 pence. So ECO, worth having a look, see what's going on there. EEE is my next one, and this one is one that I haven't covered off for a little while, but I gave this red box there at 11.1 to 12 pence, where we've seen a bit of turbulence. I've got a blue box down there, which I don't think that's going to come into play. I'd like to see a break above 12.85 pence. If we can break and hold above 12.85 pence, that changes the chart, and I think that then we will be zooming up and attacking, breaking this prior high at 14.5 pence and going up to this red box zone here at 19.2 to 22.9 pence. So EEE, worth doing some research. IES is my next one, Invinity Energy Systems. And this one, again, and one that fell outside of my blue box reversal zone. And you can see here that he's absolutely fighting to break above the top of that box at 12.42 pence. But I think that, if they can sort of drop some good news or something like that, I think that's a wave one, a bit of a struggle. And then we should hopefully see another wave higher up to this red box zone here at 19.612 up to 22.84 pence. So IES, worth doing some research, see what's going on there. Avacta is my next one, and try and get through these as quick as I can. And this is a chart request. Last time I covered this one off, I said that I didn't want to see a break of that red line there, which we did. And that's activated this long-term blue box reversal zone down here at 32.3, which you can see it's sort of acted as a support there. But for me, I've got a red box within that blue box at 27.95, all the way down to 16 pence basically. But the fingers crossed for holders that doesn't come into play. But that's a more shorter term reversal zone. The blue box is the stronger reversal zone, so fingers crossed. At some point we're going to get a three-wave bounce, at least to the upside. We might see a bit more downside, but then we should hopefully, if the company can drop some good news or sort something out, and the bulls can get behind it, then we should see a three-wave move to the upside from around this level. So for Avacta holders, fingers crossed, company can drop some good news and get that bull move running. So there we go. BSFA is my next one, and I should try and get through this as quick as I can. So this one, blue box reversal zone again, sort of fell outside of it, didn't it? But for me, I'd like to see this attack up to 4.2 pence, holding above that, hold and close above that, sorry, and then hopefully we can see trading up to this 5.04 to 6.08 pence. I think there's some mention about funding, so worth having some research, see what's going on there. But obviously they've dropped some good news. It's a tiny market cap, so these things can fly much higher, and if they can continue to drop some good news, like more dinosaur skin, who knows where it could go. But BSFA, that would be my target, hold and close above 4.2, and then hopefully we can head to that red box zone there. There you go. TIR is my next one, and just get that one up. I think this one, another tiny market cap, but there's not a lot of trading on that, is there? I think that if we can break a hold above this blue box reversal zone here is 0.088 pence, and bulls can step in. I mean, we're going to get sort of a three-wave bounce to the upside, and I've got a red box zone there at 0.69 to 0.875. It's a tiny market cap. Who knows, that'd be 10 bags, isn't it? I don't know, worth doing some research, see what it's all about. But it's a tiny market cap, very high risk. So that's the way I see it on the chart. So fingers crossed for holders. ZIOC is my next and my last one for the day, and this one is another one where we gave that blue box reversal zone, which is another great call, and indeed the bull stepped in during the week. What I'd like to see here, I'd like to see a close and hold above 11.4. Is going to bring me up to my red box zone there at 15.05 to 17.35 pence, and if they can get some real good news dropped out to the company, we could see this red box zone here activated at 20.7 to 25.4, but we need to break this prior high, break it and hold above sort of 18 pence would activate that target. So the key levels there really is sort of breaking a hold above 11.25 pence, brings us up to that lower red box at 15.5 to 17.35, but if we can break and hold above sort of 17.5 pence, something like that, we'll bring that bigger box there and sort of head towards 20 pence plus. There you go, that's me for Saturday. See you again soon.